The definition of a bubble is low effort and high rewards. And while we talk about the AI bubble all day, I think we missed out on a bubble right in front of us, and that was the hiring bubble in 2021. Now, if there is one phrase that all YouTubers have repeated multiple times, is the statement that it was very easy to get a tech job back in 2021. You just did a 6-month React bootcamp and you just got a job in a Mang company. The basis of the bubble still stands: low effort and high reward. And my question is, did we fail to see it while it was right in front of our faces? Let's discuss the AI bubble a little bit more. Dario should honestly stop talking about how he wants to automate coding first, because the more number of days that is going by, it's actually more embarrassing for the company. And here's a speculation of why this will keep continuing on. It's because this event of replacing software engineers with AI is too big to miss out. So any investor that is still panicking about their money and wanting to pull out of the company is still thinking about how significant this event would be and how they don't want to miss out on it. And this is why Dario is still appearing on podcasts talking about how he wants to replace software developers and what the future might look like with universal basic income or, or stuff like that. So it is not looking good for the AI bubble given what's been happening the past few days. I saw a video by Moise Critical where he was covering a situation where Kevin O'Leary wants to build a data center in the US and how he's completely against it, because the public has now realized that data centers don't benefit the state or the city that they are built in any shape or form. There are no employment benefits, there is no taxation benefits, and there is no net positive result of a data center being built in your city or your area. It's just a net loss. So now that the common public has now woken up and decided to protest against building these AI data centers, it's actually not looking good. And given the recent situation with Microsoft Copilot, how they wanted to jack up their prices and wanted to take away features, whether it is Anthropic just taking away the Claude Code feature from their pro plans just for the 2% of users that they wanted to experiment with. As a result, Twitter and LinkedIn exploded like anything. Everybody started talking about it. And I think it's just a training purpose, training for us customers, where they would want us to be comfortable with these features getting locked away for the more expensive plans. On one side, Anthropic says that they have collaborated with Elon Musk, taking compute from them worth $220 billion. There is still no direction as to when this company would be profitable or any moves that makes them profitable. Now we have to talk about social media just a little bit, because let's face it, we all hang around it. There must be 2 or 3 platforms that you hang around, and if you tell me that YouTube is the only one that you live in, you are a pretty weird fruit. So we have to talk about Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and etc. So any AI company can try to create as much FOMO as possible, but it would get passed off as just a marketing campaign by the people. But anyone in your network, whether it is a colleague, a friend, or an acquaintance, when they go onto social media to create an organic post where they are raving about the current AI tool that they are using and how amazing it is and what the things that they are building off of it, that's where the real FOMO is created. And when this social media is flooded with people who are dunking on AI models, being like it is getting too expensive or it is not working the way that they thought it would, that's when you lose the customer's trust. And any marketing guy would tell you, gaining a customer's trust back is one of the most difficult things to do in marketing. Now, the intelligence aspect of AI products is itself that is getting criticized on social media, that too by organic posts. People are saying that the AI products that they paid for is not working the way that they thought it would. And here's the curveball. When an AI company decides to nerf down its models, that gets noticed by the people. But when they pump those models back up, they jack up their intelligence and they start consuming more resources to provide good output. It goes under the radar. We are at a point of AI products usage where any type of glitch, any sort of hindrance is noticed quite quickly. But when the functionality is restored, it flies under the radar. Pretty much how all software used to work in the industry before AI. You know the meme where it was said that when a software doesn't work, then management says to the software developers, why do we pay you? And when the software is working fine for a long time, then management says to the software developers, why do we pay you? We have come a full circle back to that moment now. Now, when we talk about social media, we have to talk about Mythos, because let's face it, it is the center of attention these days. Now, it was hyped up to be this tool that can detect bugs, but yet it is not good enough to solve them. We have been hearing about how it has found day zero vulnerabilities in popular software like FreeBSD, and yet it is not good enough to actually solve it. The hypocrisy of Anthropic is that they have hyped up Mythos to be this tool that can end cybersecurity once and for all, and yet they can't even stop their own Claude tools from getting leaked out to the public. You already remember the incident where Claude was leaked out to the public through his source map. So in a way, Claude Mythos is not good enough to protect Anthropic's tools from itself. That's what the baseline is regarding these tools. This is obviously not good for the AI companies, as you can imagine. People are now looking for excuses to jump to Codex from Claude and then back to Claude from Codex, based on what the political narrative is. Like, we all remember the incident when OpenAI signed a deal with the Pentagon to work with them. Everybody started jumping onto Claude. But then when Claude started restricting access to features outside of the Claude ecosystem, people are now jumping back to Codex. So basically, it's a back and forth between OpenAI and Claude right now. And that's where we are. Now, the price hikes are obviously very visible. And here's the thing with management, is that they don't care about the capabilities of the tool that they are about to use. Everything at the end of the day boils down to budget versus timelines. They look at how much time it's going to take to perform a certain task and how much it's going to cost. Now, we have been hearing figures like 10x or 100x, which is very lucrative to management when they hear about it. But the cost is also going up. And as a result, they are now back to hiring humans. Now, this type of news is also circulating around social media, where some companies, when they sat down to look at their AI usage, they found out that hiring a human is actually cheaper right now. And the incident with Uber, how they found out that they have already burned through their 2026 AI budget. And the thing is that we are not even halfway into 2026 just yet. That's funny. The world itself is not doing fine. The economy is bad, wars going on everywhere. But if we were to find a silver lining in all of this, is that there's a difference between what's been said and what's been observed. People said that AI will replace software developers, and that was the narrative for like 2 or 3 years, and we saw rounds and rounds of layoffs to support the claim. But right now, freshers are getting hired once again, and the graphs are pointing upwards. Now, we cannot ignore the fact that software development market is not what it used to be, but what shape it will take, I guess we will find it out soon. So I guess that we would all be around to witness what shape it will take, and I hope that I will see you in the next one. Thank you.